see a squad from the Pac-12, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Broncos will put total weather to crank us up. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cowboys offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He'll try to do it himself. Got the first down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Rides to back and leaves it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cowboys have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. Great job by the back on the option.
Question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Boise State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
A nice catch. Way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. To throw, it's Mockmeyer. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets a block. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. The hidden yardage, the big play. Special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Leaves it with the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He's got the back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Broncos come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He's got him at the 45 on his way. Turning on the Jets. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Cowboys have taken it inside the 20. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. The give on the option. Touchdown, Cowboys! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal stop. Referee pass after.
You just hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Back to throw, it's Buckmeyer. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Rush is on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. With the catch, it's Gee. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Stealing a score on special teams. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls.
Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Buckmeyer. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. To the ground with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO because everybody was covered. He just takes off and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the... Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Now on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Hoffman. There he goes. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. First down here for the offense. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And because of the success this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Punt is in the air. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Finds his big tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He'll lose yardage again, and they say don't abandon the running game, and the running game's abandoning them. They'll move the wide receiver. Shotgun snap on third down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Punt is on its way. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Oh, they're after him. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's head back to the home of the Pokes in Boone Pickens Stadium.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Last time they had it, just a thing of beauty. Great balance between the run and pass, and it took them right. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. He might want another play. To the air on 1st down. He wants to go deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Sweet cut there. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll leave it with him. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Cowboys back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He leaves it with his back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. It's a draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you... way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Looking for blockers. And the returner will be brought down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throws to the back. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Nice move there. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fields. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The pitch. And they're able to get him down.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Powers through the defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Here's the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They're going back to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Sperry. A little release to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Makes the grab. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. The give as they work on that clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got enough for the first and he's still going. Racing down the left side. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
At this point, the way things have gone in this one, they're probably not surprised. You make a play and they wipe it out on the penalty. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. It's a draw. Jumped on top of the pile.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. It just needs something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
And the Cowboys will punt this one away. Wants to bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Now they'll run the draw. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching.